Hi there. My name's Sarah Baldwin, and today we're going to be talking with our program manager for our engineering programs, Ms. Pam Regret. And we're going to talk about what it takes to get into the programs, what you can expect out of the programs, sort of your ROI, all that sort of thing. Just a little background on me. I'm the recruitment specialist for our Tri-C Workforce Division. So what that means, in the most simple of terms, I tell everybody, I'm the get you in the door lady. So what I do here is I can help you with onboarding. So if you need help applying, if you need help navigating the financial aid process, which can sometimes be tricky, I know, I'm here to help you with that. If you have questions about testing, anything along those lines, or you want to talk to somebody one-on-one about onboarding, or even just if you want to talk about a little bit about the programs or what the programs are entailed or all the different programs we have to offer, I can definitely do that. I do presentations out in schools and communities too. So that's a little bit of background on me. Pam, do you want to tell them who you are and what you do at Tri-C?
Sure. My name is Pam Regret. I am the program manager for engineering technology. I've been with Tri-C for 15 years now. I actually do have an engineering degree and worked in a steel facility outside of Pittsburgh for 14 years as an engineer. So I bring a little bit of not only the expertise of the engineering field, but also what you can do outside of it. Because right now I'm outside of that field and kind of helping others get in. So basically, I work at the Metro campus, although we have classes at all 4 campuses. That's where I'm located.
Awesome, thank you.
Mhm.
So what we're going to do now is I'm going to share a slide that has some just sort of general information about our engineering technology programs, and Pam is going to talk and explain about that. So just one moment while I share. There we go.
All right. At Tri-C, we have what we consider what are called engineering technology programs. Basically, you're trained to be a technician in an engineering field. We have 7 associate degrees. It's an associate of applied science degree. And those are basically 2-year degrees that are, you know, 4 semesters, I suppose. I'll talk about that in a little bit. That most of our students are not traditional students who go, straight out of high school, go 4 straight semesters and graduate. But the 7 associate degree programs that we have are, and I'll talk a little bit about them as I go through them, biomedical engineering technology. The prefix is BMET. It's an offshoot of our electrical engineering technology degree, and it, as an outcome of that, you would get that degree and you would work in a hospital as a technician on hospital equipment. I get phone calls every day saying, do you make prosthetics? Do you work with prosthetics? The answer is no. It's basically a hospital equipment technician. It's one of our most lucrative programs right now. And the highlight of that is the last semester, which is always a summer semester. You have an internship, which is part of the program. And in the last 5 years, if you complete the internship, it's 100% placement. And that's, we have the big 3 hospitals, as we call them: Cleveland Clinic, Metro Health, and University Hospitals. So that is a very popular and lucrative degree. Again, it's the biomedical engineering degree, and it is an offshoot of electrical engineering. Next one is construction engineering technology. And that is, again, an associate of applied science 2-year degree that works in the construction field. Generally, you would consider yourself a project manager, almost like the general contractor type. You're not hammering nails or, cutting boards or laying concrete, but you're essentially overseeing that job gets done. That right now is our most expanding degree, because within construction engineering technology, a lot of students come to us and ask, oh, is this a civil engineering degree? It is not, and our classes don't necessarily convert into civil engineering, but we are working that way. We have um, highway, we worked with ODOT to get this highway inspection certificate. And we have surveying, which all are part of civil engineering. So given the right student who may want to go on into civil engineering, we can kind of work our program to get them there. That we also have within each of these degrees that I'm going to mention, we have certificate programs, which often students start out in the certificate program. We have construction's the easy one to talk about, construction project management certificate. If you go and you do that, then all those classes count towards your degree, your associate degree. So you could finish that in a year, and if you're happy and you can find a job and want to, buzz on out to the employment world, you can do that, or you can stay and finish your associate degree with us. Thirdly, we have electrical and electronic engineering technology. That's kind of a mainstay, that in mechanical here at Tri-C. That is a job in which you would, after finishing your applied science degree, you could work in any industry that would have a circuit board, have any kind of computers that you may fix. For instance, last summer, I visited a company that makes elevators for inside homes, and they are wanting to partner with us because they want to be able to hire people. You just take a panel off and maintain that circuit board within the elevator mechanism. As I go through these, you can see a lot of this work is hands-on as opposed to a traditional 4-year calculus-based engineering program, which is more design, sit behind a desk, and work with other departments within a manufacturing company to solve problems. Those engineers would give the answers and the ideas to the technicians, and they would go out and fix the problem. Next, we have mechanical engineering technology, which is MET, and that is a lot of mechanical design and using the designs to implement within a manufacturing line. For instance, you would take a engineering economics class, you take a metallurgy class to learn the processes of mechanical engineering. That sort of flows into the manufacturing industrial engineering technologist. We call that MIET. Ohio is the 3rd largest manufacturing state in the country, and Northeast Ohio is the largest within Ohio. So we have employers coming to us, all the manufacturing employers coming to us all the time, wanting students. And, maybe after a semester or two, definitely after your 2nd semester, they may want you as a student to work 12 hours a week, 15 hours a week, and most of them will work around your schedule. We have an integrated systems engineering technologist, which is kind of like a HVAC, industrial systems, maintenance systems, within a manufacturing facility, everything sort of has to be maintained. And that's what that degree would be about. It also right now entails welding as part of it. And our welding programs are undergoing a major change as we are probably within the next year or so going to come up with a welding engineering technology degree, because again, welding is becoming the thing to do in Northeast Ohio. And then we also have smart manufacturing, applied science associate's degree, and that is mechatronics. That's taking all these things we've talked about and putting them together. Electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, welding, it's all on one line, and they're getting it to go all together. Within all these programs, we could have a 3D design additive manufacturing certificate. We might have a computer-aided drafting certificate, CAD, more commonly known as quality control certificate. And when I talk about these are the 1 semester, mostly 2 semester certifications that employers want, but then they'll also let you finish your associate's degree if you can. I often get phone calls saying, hey, do you have anybody that has CAD experience? And I'll be, yeah, anybody who's taken first semester, almost any of our programs has CAD experience. And they'll say, I just need somebody 10 hours a week. And and then of course I say, well, I don't want you to take, the student away from me. And then they'll work with the student to, with their schedule and all that. As far as going down the list here, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, biomed engineering, and MIET are all ABET accredited. That's an accreditation society that looks at engineering curriculum, and we have a very stringent set of rules that we have to follow, and we are audited, evaluated every 4 to 6 years. Like the Harvards, the Stanfords, the Ohio States, the Cleveland States, they are all fall into that ABET accreditation too. And it means you're, that well-respected curriculum within the engineering community. Our credits transfer to many university partners. We have 2+2, 3+1s, depending on the program with Cleveland State, Kent State. I know construction has a great working relationship with Kent State, and many of our students either go on right away with, having gotten their associate's degree from us, or they go to work and then their employer will pay for them to go on and get their bachelor's degree. We have several seasoned instructors who have worked within industry, own their own businesses, and will also help with placement of our students after they have finished their schooling. Basically, the program cost is somewhere between $8,000 and $10,000 for the associate degree. And it's about half that for certificates. I say it's the best bang for your buck around. An $8,000 degree and come out making $50,000 to $55,000. Scholarships and financial aid are very much available. The college has you through an enrollment process, which Sarah knows way more about than I do. They have you, you basically, when you fill out your FAFSA and all that, you sign up for all of the scholarships that are available through the college. But there are a few that are available, like just on, as we call it, our engineering side. And so once you're interested, you can get a hold of me, the program manager, or anybody in the program, and they can help you out looking at other types of scholarships. Earning potential, it's like, the old saying, the more you learn, the more you earn. With your 2-year degree, salary ranges from, the mid 50s on up. One of the best things are probably all the manufacturing companies within Cleveland offer great benefits. So your $50,000 job ends up being an $80,000 job because you essentially get $30,000 worth of health care and other benefits, vacation, things like that. It's very difficult to talk to students about because they don't really think about that. And I get it, especially in today's world where you can stay on your parents' insurance a while. But it's still, it's one of those things that is, when you end up in a solid manufacturing firm, it's just such great stability and earning potential. I went through some of the job descriptions and with our degrees, and I guess that the key to all that is the technician part. For an example, Intel, which is going in north of Columbus, is gonna employ 3,300 people. They want 3,000 individuals with a technician ability. They're not looking for 3,000, or 2,000 master degree engineers, or 1,000. They want 3,000 employees who can work on the equipment, who can understand all kinds of equipment. The one good thing about the Tri-C program, so there is a bit of crossover. Everybody in the engineering outside of construction has to take an engineering orientation, MET 1100. It's sort of gets you back and forth across all the disciplines. You have to have that desire to learn other disciplines. You have to, it is sort of going outside the box every now and then. But if your earning potential is very limitless, I would say. For instance, in the biomed program, we have advisory committees, which people from the industry, come to meetings twice a year here at Tri-C. We just chit chat back and forth about how to, how our curriculum can be better, how our students coming out of here can be better, how the industries can help our students. And it's like a half a day just talking about things like that. And we often, we invite different levels of management from those companies, and almost 50% of the management level of the maintenance technicians, supervisors, vice presidents of maintenance at the hospitals are all alumni of our program. And that's, that's the biggest testament there is that can work. We hold student employee mixers where in the construction field where different employers will come, students will come, they'll just stand in like a lobby area and talk about things, bring your resume. You don't have to bring your resume, but you can. We invited parents of, if students, if they want to come and, find out more what's out there. Those are the type of things that we do in those areas. I was looking around to see what else I have here. I say we're Cuyahoga County's best kept secret because of all the opportunities. Oftentimes people don't realize that I didn't know you could get an engineering degree from Tri-C. And again, we consider it engineering technician. And when we talk to students, especially students out of high school, they perk up a little bit when we say things like, we're not calculus based. You have to take algebra and trigonometry, but you do not have to take calculus. But the good news is you can if you want. We have a technical statics and technical dynamics, which most of our programs have to take. And we offer those both algebra based and calculus based. So if you decide in the future you want to go on for the 4-year degree, you want to get your Bachelor of Science in Engineering, that is a calculus based degree, but you could have already taken those classes here at Tri-C and covered yourself that way. I would say that our range of salaries, most people think in hourly amounts. You could come out with a $25 to $40 an hour job, depending on where you go, what your position is, and your past experience. That was another thing. I would say 60 to 70% of 60% of our students are working now, oftentimes in the field, and are just upskilling themselves. They want to finish a degree. They know that to move on in their company, they have to get more education. And they have come back, and that's why it has allowed us to offer a flexible schedule to our students. We have classes morning, afternoon, and evening. We have MEET, which is face-to-face classes. Then we have we have to confuse everybody with our acronyms. We have a DB50 class, which means that if it's a Monday, Wednesday class from 5 to 7, it meets one of those days, Monday or Wednesday, face-to-face, and the other day would be remote online. So in other words, you would meet Monday for a lecture, and then Wednesday would be that day that you would work on whatever was discussed or whatever the homework or whatever the assignment is would be on Wednesday. So essentially it's a face-to-face class, but it only meets one of the 2 days. Those have become extremely popular, and oftentimes our instructors are here both days. So if somebody does want to come in for that second day, that learner who would rather be face-to-face all the time, you can. And then we have remote classes, which are on your own time. You just you sign up for an EET 1210 class, and it meets remote. You have to go in each week and see what the assignment is, and you're just in charge at some point before that due date to turn it in. And then we have remote classes that actually meet at a synchronous time. So they might meet Monday and Wednesday at 9 a.m. To 10:30, and you just have to log on and be on your computer from 9 to 10:30 on that day. So that's another very popular thing that we offer, is just the choice, flexibility, and modality. We have 16-week classes, 14-week classes, and 8-week classes. Some of our programs actually have 5-week classes, but not too many. But this, you could take 2 8-week classes. They're a little bit more accelerated, but you get 2 classes out of the way, let's say in the same time period. I pretty much think I have covered everything that is on our sheet. Now, as far as we have a lot of questions about internships and co-ops. And we don't officially, with the exception of the biomet program, we don't officially have a program yet, but we are working on getting one. It's, it's I have kids of my own that, how do you get experience if nobody will hire you because you don't have experience? And that's 100%. We have an aging workforce in Cleveland, and we're trying to, reverse that. And the only way to do it is to, indoctrinate a lot of these new graduates, young students, young in the education realm, with good opportunities. And so we are working with our career services, our community workers, and so many of the manufacturers around to see if we can set something up, whether it starts out informal and ends up formal. We're kind of headed down that road because our job is to employ our students. So that's pretty much all I have, unless you think of.
Well, that was really informative, Pam. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I learned a lot there. So thank you. Thank you. And again, I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I'll mention it again. If you need help with enrollment, the steps that you would take, pretty simple. They're available at the try-c.edu website. What you would do is if you were interested in getting into one of our programs, it's real easy. All you would do is you would go to try-c.edu, and up in the top banner portion of the page there's going to be a place that says Getting Started. You're going to click on that, and that's going to give you basically an enrollment to-do list is how I would call it. What you need to do to get enrolled, whether you want to do a degree or a certificate. It has all the steps listed there. If you've never ever been to college, and it doesn't matter how old you are, where you're coming from, but if you have no college background, Tri-C or otherwise, you would be considered a brand new student. If you have prior college, whether that's at if you have prior college outside of Tri-C, you're a transfer student because you'd want to transfer that credit in. And then if you have been to Tri-C, maybe you came for an engineering program in the past, but you didn't quite finish, or maybe you did a certificate, but now you want to go for the degree, you'd be considered a returning student. And lastly, if there's anyone that's listening to this that's like, well, I need an engineering class, I didn't get it, I'm seeking a 4-year degree, I'm at a 4-year university or something, but I want to come and take a class in the summer. You can certainly do that with us as well if we have it available. You would be considered a visiting, sometimes known as a transient student, but now we call them visiting students. You would click on that. So any of those areas, if you're confused about what the type of student you are, you can always give me a call and I'll help you figure it out. But really all there is to is you would apply. Applying is free, and Tri-C is an open enrollment institution. So what that means to you is that with very few exceptions, everyone is accepted. So there's no minimum ACT or prior GPA or anything like that. Now, that's not to say that there isn't rigor in our coursework, or that it's just that it's super easy. No, we are a college, we are accredited, we have high standards. The reason we're open enrollment, like all the 22 community colleges in the state, is that we're all about access. We want to give everyone the opportunity to get a college education and all that entails. So that's the mission of the community college, among other things, but that's one of the main missions of a community college, particularly Cuyahoga Community College, is access. So everyone applies, like I said, with very, very few exceptions, is accepted. Your next step is going to be doing your FAFSA. FAFSA is an acronym, like USA is an acronym. It stands for Free Application for Federal Student Aid, okay? And if you were coming for, let's say we're recording this in August of 2024. So if you were coming for this fall term, you would do a 24-25 FAFSA, okay? So the FAFSA that you do covers all your money for school for the fall term, the spring term, and the summer term. Let's say you're wanting to come for the summer term, and it's let's say of April 2025. Well, then you would still do a 24-25 FAFSA, and then you'd probably do a 25-26 FAFSA, so you'd have money to roll into the next fall. And again, I know that can be confusing, so just give me a call, and I'll be happy to help you with that and help you navigate that. And that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you. Lastly, there's going to be testing and registration, okay? You would want to have your high school transcript, your official high school transcript or GED transcript sent in. And that can be used to help place you in classes like your English and math, but also sometimes you need to test depending on what your scores were from your high school transcript, or if it's been a while since you've been in high school, you may need to test in math and English. And again, I want to emphasize that is a placement test. It's not something that's going to keep you in or out. It just lets us know what level you're at so we can start you off in the coursework level that's going to lead you being most successful, okay? Once you've got your testing, your placement, or whatever that may be, ends up for you, the counselors will let you know whether you need to test or not. Then you'll meet with a counselor and you'll pick out your classes. That's getting registered, okay? So you have a counselor that helps you get advised. If you have questions specific to engineering, you can always reach out to Pam. She's here to help you as well. The counselors can help you choose your classes. And again, if you have questions about any of this or you need directions, you can always give me a call. My contact information is going to be here in this video, as well as Pam's. You can always reach out to us. If we don't pick up the phone, just leave us a voicemail and we promise you we'll call you back. Or even better, you can email us and we'll be on it in a whip stitch. And we're, like I said, we are ultimately here to help you. And to Pam's point, get you educated, but main thing, get you in one of those good paying jobs where you can use your gifts and your natural talents to your best ability to help make you have a happy life and also serve a business and serve our community. That's what it's all about. So with that, Pam, do you have anything else to add?
No, you hit a very little nail with a very big headed hammer in that there's a place for everybody I firmly believe this at Tri-C, and we have so many students. I talk to a lot of parents too. I don't know if my child can take, or even if you're 40 and going back to school, I don't know if I can handle more than 2 classes at a time. It's absolutely fine. That's, again, we have so many students that do that. So just, don't be afraid is what I'm saying.
Yeah, you'll be in good company, whatever place you are in life, whether you're just getting started out or maybe at midlife looking at a career change or otherwise. There's so many different people that we have met, that we've encountered, and we've helped them. They've gotten their education at Tri-C and they've gone on to be extremely successful. That's extremely positive lives. So with that, I'm going to end this recording. Thank you so much, Pam. And like I said, our contact information will be available to you. We're here to serve. So thank you very much, and hopefully we'll see you in one of our engineering technology programs.